Yeah.
I am so excited about our podcast topic today.
Yeah, let's get into it because I'm actually really excited for this because this is crazy. I was literally just listening to, I think it was something on just on the radio, and people were talking about exactly what we're going to talk about, but they were talking about it negatively. And we're going to kind of debunk a little bit of that negative talk that I was hearing on the radio literally just this week.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Easter.
Praise God.
And I think we'll title the podcast, Easter Isn't Pagan.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's prove it.
Let's do it.
Let's prove it.
Let's go.
So this also stems because we put out a post on social media promoting Easter. We're talking the most simplest, basic post in the world.
Yeah.
It is a square image that says Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And then like the caption is like, you're invited to Cornerstone Church for Easter.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it out there as an ad for $69.
Yeah.
It'll run for like 10 days. And there has been now 25 comments about how Easter is a pagan holiday.
I love social media.
And one person even said, we are going to hell because we're celebrating Easter.
Wow.
Which was shocking to learn there's a sin that God cannot forgive beyond the blessing of the Holy Spirit. Shocking to learn. We learn something every day.
Okay.
And so we have to read these, delete these, ban these people. And then it just got me thinking, let's just address this. And
I love it.
As opposed to last week's podcast,
Yeah, we actually have
more notes.
More notes.
So last week's podcast was hilarious, the amount of notes I had to
it was like
to prep.
2 lines.
2 lines. Yeah.
It was more like a line and a half.
So bad. But we got a great podcast.
We got a great podcast out of it, especially if you just listen to the audio part.
Okay, and so what we're actually going to do is totally nerd out now and let you know and inform you and prove to you Easter isn't a pagan, is not rooted in any paganism.
Yeah.
Or any sort of fertility goddess.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I love it. So I also think what we should do really quickly is I think we got to cite our source a little bit here.
I got 2 sources to cite personally.
Okay. All right. So you sent me a video this morning, and we're like, you got to watch this video. Mm-hmm. And it was like a 10-minute video from Wes Huff.
The man is coming back again.
And he was debunking the idea that Easter is pagan, and it was awesome. And so a lot of the stuff is going to we're going to dive into what he was his video was literally, it was like 10 minutes. It was so fast. So we're going to kind of unpack this a little bit today.
And my other source is Theos U.
Okay. Yeah.
With Nathan Finocchio and his team.
Yeah. Love Theos U.
All right. So those are our sources. So the question is, or not the question, the statement is said without any doubt.
Yeah.
Right? Easter comes from pagan fertility cults.
Yeah.
And the actual answer to that statement is no.
No. Just no.
I will read the facts here, and then feel free to fill in.
Okay. All right. I like it.
And color it a little bit.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. I'll just start with at the top here. So, what about Easter, the name?
Yeah.
The Easter name.
Right off the bat.
It doesn't have anything to do with pagan deities. There is, though, a Syrian goddess that goes by the name of, or went by the name of, Ishtar. So it kind of sounds like Easter.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Syrian goddess Ishtar is the most commonly related pagan god connected to the name Easter. We see this on social media all the time.
Yeah.
But the problem is that these claims, they lack credibility and substance.
Oh, yeah.
And the word Easter is only used in Germanic and English languages.
Yeah.
And that's actually less than half the Christian population.
Yeah, right.
So the rest of the world that claims to be Christian. We're talking Asia and the South Americas.
Yeah.
And a lot of other countries that languages are not originated from German and English.
Yeah.
They do not even use the word Easter.
Right.
And that's more than half the Christian population. They actually use a different word called Pascha.
Yeah. Right.
And this is a Latin origin word.
Right.
And that's actually the most commonly used word for this timeline and time we find ourselves in is Pascha.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. So I think this is really funny because we use, especially, we speak English in America. Newsflash.
And English does come from German. It's got
its roots there. So Easter does sound like the word. Is it Ishtar?
Yeah.
Ishtar, right?
Ishtar. Ishtar.
Sounds pretty close.
Sounds close. But a lot of words kind of sound familiar or close. Like, do you remember the example Wes Huff gave?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, he said they have about as much in common as Steven Seagal, the actor, and a seagull on the beach.
That's the connection. They sound
similar, but that's it. There's zero actual evidence connecting those two words at all.
Yeah.
They're so far apart.
Yeah. They are very far apart. Now, there are other claim, though. Yeah. There's others.
Yeah. Are we going to get into the month? Are we going to get into that in a second? Is that coming up?
I'm going to get into every bit of it.
All right, let's go. I'm really excited about that part.
Me too. The other claim, though, other than Ishtar, right?
Yeah.
There's others, so we're going to address these two. We're going to get into all of it. Is that the name Easter comes from the Anglo-Saxon Germanic springtime goddess.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful, and her name was Ostara.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, the only problem with this, and it's a big problem here.
This is really easy to shoot holes in.
They're all easy to shoot holes in, Pastor Aaron. They have no historical credibility to them.
Yeah.
All right. So we kind of shined light on Ishtar.
Yeah.
And their only connection is this sounds like Easter.
Yeah. That's it.
Which is a terrible source to pull all of your knowledge from.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's this other one. I'll repeat it again. It's a claim that Easter comes from Anglo-Saxon Germanic springtime goddess Ostara. Now, there is only one source for anything on this goddess named Ostara.
Yeah.
And that is a writing from the 7th century monk. His name was Saint Bede. Bede.
Yeah.
And this is the only reference to a Anglo-Saxon Germanic springtime goddess named Ostara. That's Ostara. Ostara.
Okay.
No other reference in all of history mentions Ostara.
Yeah. Okay. When I was in school, I don't know if you had this. When I was in school, when we were studying world history, I was taught that for a event in world history to be considered credible by the world's historians, it had to have at least 7 different citations.
Yeah.
It had to be sourced by at least 7 different sources for it to be considered credible.
Yeah, to be in the history books.
To be like, this for sure happened, this is how it went. This has one.
One, yeah. And there's a problem with it because Ostara, it is a German word which means springtime.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't worshipped.
Yeah. There's no
worship.
There's no mention of how this fake springtime goddess that's mentioned once was even worshipped.
But it's a German word, means springtime.
Yeah.
Okay. So where does the name Easter come from? Which we're going to tell you.
Yeah.
We know. Okay. Thanks to Wes Huff. Thanks to Theosu. Now, here we go. The celebration here usually fell on the Germanic month And its name, listen to this, Eastermanath.
Yeah. Which
is translated
Easter month.
Eastermanath.
Yeah.
Easter month. And this was the 4th month on the German calendar.
Yeah.
January, February, March, April. It's just the 4th month on the German calendar, Eastermanath.
Yeah.
Okay. And here we go. So Easter fell on this Easter month.
Yeah.
Eastermanath.
Yeah. The
name derives from this. This is where the name comes from.
Yeah. The time where we celebrate Resurrection Sunday, that Jesus died and was raised from the dead. They were like, it always falls on this month.
But everybody claims Easter is from Ishtar. Easter is from Ostara. Actually, no. It is from the timing.
Yeah.
Not a goddess, a pagan goddess. Its name derives from a time.
Yeah.
A timing.
Yeah.
The Easter month.
So,
Eastermanath.
Yeah. Let me say something here. I'll let, because Wes Huff just barely touched on this, and I want to flesh this out a little bit with you. Because here in America, we love Independence Day. I mean, 200 and some years ago, 1776, founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence.
Dude, you put American flag tank top on me, some Ray-Ban sunglasses, and a firework in my hand.
It doesn't get much better than that,
much
right?
better than being in America.
Right?
Yeah.
But almost everybody, like probably 90% of people, nobody says Independence Day anymore.
Happy Independence Day.
We just say 4th of July.
Timing.
Why? Because it happens on the 4th of July.
Yeah. But July sounds like Julie, which was my pagan aunt that worshipped the devil.
Right. That's how absurd this
that's
argument is.
That's what they're trying to connect.
That's what they're doing.
And it lacks credibility.
So much credibility.
So, okay, we've gave you some information on the historical evidence of the name Easter.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the bunny?
Dude,
what
that
about the bunny? That bunny, though.
It's got to be so pagan because bunnies reproduce so fast.
And that's what they say. And it's interesting they say that. So now they'll be like, isn't this a reference to a pagan fertility cult or an icon, right?
Yeah.
They use this as an icon for their pagan fertility cults. So the first instance, though, we see of this is in 1572, which is 500 years before paganism even had a foothold in Europe.
Yeah.
And if you do enough digging, you'll find one thought from a man named Jacob Grimm.
Yeah.
Remember Westhoff talking about this man?
Oh, yeah.
Who ties the Easter Bunny to paganism. So this is really found out to be, when you do some digging, found out to be quite the scam. And there's absolutely no evidence that connects the bunny with paganism other than this 1572 reference by a man named Jacob Grimm.
Yeah.
So there's the connection, one guy.
Right. Again, one guy.
Yeah. So also, let's go back and actually look at ancient paganism. There is no symbol of fertility in any ancient group that practiced fertility of a bunny.
Yeah. This was shocking. I guess that's the right word. This was shocking to me.
Not a rabbit, not a hare, not a bunny.
I've heard this claim since I was a kid. Like the bunny, this pagan fertility cult. Okay, go actually look at the ancient fertility pagan cults. There's no bunny.
There's no bunny.
There's no bunny.
And they were obsessed with their imagery.
Yeah.
They carved it into the stones.
I'd say if there would have been a bunny, we would know about it. There's no bunny.
Yeah, you can't produce that bunny, can they? You can't produce the picture of that bunny. But why do we do a bunny then? Well, it's because bunnies actually are a springtime animal.
Yeah.
They travel in packs, and because they do produce a lot, there's a ton of them everywhere.
Yeah, especially in the springtime.
And so they're connected with spring and Easter simply because they're a springtime animal.
Yeah.
So There's that.
Okay, there you go.
And then this does get odd, Pastor Aaron. Why the egg?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, why the egg?
I am confused on the egg. Personally,
I've always been confused, probably since I was like 5 or 6.
what sick freak is sitting at home thinking to himself, I need an egg. I want this bunny to lay an egg.
Yeah. Bunnies don't lay eggs.
It's messed up, man.
Yeah, I agree.
And it feels a little twisted and a little gross. And it feels a little cultish.
Yeah.
So I could see why, this is a cultish. This has roots in the paganism cult, right?
Yeah, it's rooted right there.
So why eggs? All right, so here's the best explanation. I'll read it to you. You add what you want, Pastor
All right,
Aaron.
let's go.
Eggs are tied to pagan cult rituals, but only the fact that they are a very common food.
Yeah.
You'd have to connect, if you want to be historically accurate and prudent, you would also be forced to connect other common foods, such as meat.
Yeah.
Because we all know meat is highly connected with pagan cults.
Yeah.
So you'd have to connect meat to everything as well, because it was also commonly used along with eggs. The earliest reference that we have of eggs comes at the end of the 13th century when Edward Longshanks decorated eggs with golden leaves to be handed out to his friends and family. But other than that, there is no connection that has eggs and paganism tied together. But there is a connection with this Edward Longshanks who decorated eggs to give out to his family and friends during the springtime holiday.
Yeah.
And so, eggs, though, even more, are connected to this holiday mostly because of Lent,
Right. Yeah.
which is a religious, 40-day religious event that takes place
Yep.
every year where Catholics and other sects of religion will fast for 40 days leading up to Easter.
Yeah. And they would typically, especially early, I think he was saying like 14th, 15th century, they would fast meat and
Eggs.
and dairy.
Yeah.
Right. So milk, cheese, eggs, anything that came from a cow.
Yeah.
So
But this is early on. We're talking what century?
I think it was like 14th, 15th century.
So there's no refrigeration. There's no preservation.
So what do? I mean, you
Chickens are still laying eggs.
Yeah, you can stop slaughtering cows, but the chickens just lay eggs.
So in order to
preserve the eggs, they would often hard boil them,
but they couldn't eat them
but they wouldn't eat them.
for 40 days
So they would just have mass surpluses of eggs,
at Easter.
and then at Easter time there would be tons of eggs because now you can eat eggs.
Yes. So they would eat them.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of them, but it was connected to Lent,
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the connection. So the abundance of eggs during Easter is actually because of Lent, which I believe is a beautiful tradition.
yeah.
And
there you go.
And preservation techniques. So we got to eat all these eggs, or we can give them away. We can decorate them.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can do whatever they want with them. But bunny and eggs are far more mundane and more innocent than we even thought.
Yeah.
After doing this research.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So innocent. It's actually kind of cute. Like.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I would tell my children this.
Yeah.
It's so innocent.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when the evidence is evaluated.
Yeah.
And history is taken into consideration, these are the things that seem to be connected to the origin of our modern day Easter season.
Yeah.
And I too wish, Pastor Aaron, that commerce and culture would celebrate Jesus.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Easter.
Yeah.
But it turns out Jesus doesn't keep the lights on at Walmart or Target.
Yeah.
But the Easter bunny and the Easter eggs, they tend to sell well.
Right.
And make the business money.
Yep.
And that's why culture has run with this. It is, and the church, we don't run with the Easter bunny. We don't run with the idea of the Easter egg because that's not our goal. That's not our mission as a church. The church celebrates Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful holiday.
Yeah.
And I don't expect Walmart or Target to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I'm not offended if they don't.
Yeah.
But I would be offended if the church didn't spread the message of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So it's so silly. And I like what Wes Huff said. Silly to make more of these traditions negative than the evidence bears out.
Yeah. So can I say two things here?
I'd love it.
First thing, I think that any time that there is something widely accepted in culture that we can use to shine the light of Jesus, whether it's a bunny, whether it's eggs, whether it's a Christmas tree, like if we have an opportunity as Christians to use something to celebrate and shine the light of Jesus, then we should do it. I don't think that we should, oh my gosh, there's a bunny. There's eggs. I can't celebrate the resurrection of Jesus.
I never want to be so easily offended.
Yeah.
It's just not how I like to live my life, personally.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think our world gets so offended at everything. And we as Christians should be the group that's like, yeah, okay.
You know, when you know the facts, it calms you down.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I like what Theos, you said.
Okay.
When I was researching them, they actually said, Thursday is named after Thor. But that doesn't mean we worship hammers every Thursday.
Right.
So, Easter is more rooted in the Jewish Passover and the death of and the resurrection of Jesus. Centuries of Christian liturgical traditions. And it is not rooted in TikTok conspiracies.
Yeah. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the other thing I was going to say. The Bible says that we should not be surprised when the world acts like the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I walk into Walmart and they have chocolate bunnies and plastic colorful Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be surprised that the world is taking Resurrection Sunday and trying to make money off it.
Yeah.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. Like, that's been happening for forever.
If you're not celebrating Easter because culture has hijacked the true meaning, I would just strongly encourage you to rethink that.
Yeah.
Rethink that. This is the most important day for Christians.
Yeah.
We should take advantage of this holiday.
Absolutely. Right? Like,
not fight it.
Without Jesus coming back to life, if we don't celebrate Easter Sunday, then Paul says then we're worse off than the pagans. That's literally what he says. If Jesus didn't rise from the dead, if there's no Easter Sunday, we're worse off. And so wouldn't we want to take every opportunity to celebrate Jesus coming back from the dead? Yeah. I would think so. That's how I look at this day, look at Easter. If the world is going to pause for one day and acknowledge the fact that, hey, it's Easter, great. I love that.
Yeah. We might come to a place one day, Pastor Aaron, where culture really rejects even the word Easter.
Yeah.
Because Christians are connected with it so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could see that day coming. I say let's take advantage of the time we live in. Yeah. And spread the good news of Jesus Christ.
Come on.
And I just choose to know the truth. The truth will set you free.
Come on. Let's go.
And I just choose personally not to get offended by all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just thought this was an important podcast. And I think, Pastor Aaron, something people are very interested in learning.
I agree.
I
love this one.
Me too.
I loved getting to study it out and everything. I thought it was great.
Yeah. All right, audience. Catch you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast.